Alright, good morning everybody. I'm talking quietly because there's people sleeping all around me. Well, in that direction. So, I'm slowly packing everything up. I woke up, about 4:30 this morning, and got everything just about packed up and where it's supposed to go. And I'm probably going to start carrying stuff over to the boat ramp. Alright, I'm packing everything up. I've got the boat over there. For breakfast, I decided to try a rec pack for the first time. It's a powdered smoothie shake. You just add water to it. This one's coffee flavored. So it's 700 calories. So we'll see how it is. And I'm just slowly cleaning everything up and gonna head down to the river. I have 150 miles to go without water to James Kipp State Park, and I've been told by several people that I should go slow through this section because it is one of the prettiest sections on the river, which is funny. I've been told that several times now, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. And so I've got as much water as possible. I bought a pack of Powerades, which I've stored in the boat, and now it's just a matter of getting all of this down to the river. Alright, so this rec pack is pretty good. It's really easy to drink. So 700 calories goes down real easy. So this is like a ultra lightweight backpacking meal kind of thing because it's just powder and it's pretty light. And you just add water to it and it mixes up real nice. But I'm a fan. It's really easy to just add water, shake it up, and drink it. So this coffee one's pretty good. Alright, it was really great seeing Ted again. So I'm about to head down the river, and who knows, we might see each other again. Yeah. So pretty cool. I'm packing everything up. I've got the boat over there. For breakfast, I decided to try a rec pack for the first time. It's a powdered smoothie shake. You just add water to it. This one's coffee flavored. So it's 700 calories. So we'll see how it is. And I'm just slowly cleaning everything up and gonna head down to the river. I've got everything down to the river now. The boat's down here along the water again, and all of this junk is sitting over here. So I gotta put that in there. It's gonna take a while. It's normally not this bad, but I kind of had everything out of the boat reorganizing it yesterday. So this is gonna take a little bit. But that's okay. It's not a race. I'm not in any kind of huge hurry. I just would like to get back on the river and start heading down again. Okay, so it's about 7:30. I've got the boat loaded. And I'm ready to head down the river. I'm still in this side channel here, and I've got a little bit of riffles to go through right there, some real shallow water, and then I should be out onto the river after that. So looking forward to that. I'm on the water and happy to be back on the water. I did enjoy my day off yesterday, but I can just feel the river calling to get back on it. I was just starting to itch to get moving. So I'm glad I'm back on the water. So we are entering the Missouri Breaks National Monument. It's a section of the Missouri River about 149 miles long that is protected by a bunch of rules to help preserve it. So there's supposed to be a bunch of wildlife and some amazing white cliffs, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I've been told by several people that I should go slow through this section because it is absolutely beautiful. So I'm definitely gonna try to do that, and then after this next section of the Missouri Breaks, there's another section of river. Then it starts to get into Fort Peck, which is just a whole different kind of monster there. It's the first of the monster reservoirs that I have to go across. There's 3 massive ones, and Fort Peck is the first that I get to come to. So that is something I'm looking forward to, and I've heard so many horror stories about it, so I think I'm ready to experience it, but we'll see how it goes. So there on the left is the Missouri River Breaks Interpretive Center. It's one of the few places I didn't go yesterday, so I have to come back and visit that at some point. But I got pretty museumed out yesterday, so I decided to go back to the campground and relax yesterday. And we're coming up on the two bridges of Fort Benton. So I'm about to pass under the old bridge of Fort Benton, and it is so cool that there used to be steamboats that went under the big section on the left when it used to be able to turn. That is just absolutely crazy to think about. These metal pylons are pretty cool on this old bridge, to think they've been there for so long. So there's the fort that I visited yesterday, and the building on the corner in the middle of the screen there behind the white bench is the oldest building in Montana. It's the last standing piece of the original fort. So that is really cool to see. Alright, so it is Sunday morning for me, and the first hymn that I thought of this morning was Higher Ground, so I'm going to play that on the harmonica. There's two bald eagles sitting right up there, right next to each other. That's really cool. So I made a bit of a mistake last night. When I washed my bedding at the laundromat yesterday, I shoved it into the like compression dry, the sealed dry sack, and didn't think about it. It was nice and warm, and it felt really dry. But I guess it wasn't completely dry, because by the time evening rolled around and I finally got around to pulling the bedding out of the dry bag, it was all very damp. So that was lovely last night. I basically just slept on the sheet with the blanket and let everything else kind of air dry. So it was all still just a little bit damp this morning. I knew before this happened that, you know, if you put something wet into a dry bag, it's going to make everything else inside there wet. But I didn't think about any like residual moisture from it being washed and coming out of the dryer causing that in the bedding. So lesson learned there. If you do wash your clothes or anything, let them air dry afterwards for quite a while. So I'll definitely be doing that in the future. So as soon as I make camp tonight and get the tent set up, I'm gonna get all of my bedding out and get it airing out. Hopefully, maybe even in the sun. So we'll see. Some wave action here. Not really waves. There are just some really cool cliffs all the way around. I also put up the sunshade. It really helps to get out of the sun. And yeah, I'm just having a very peaceful and enjoyable morning. There's like no air movement, but it's not too hot yet and very enjoyable. And I'm so happy to have a new set of paddling gloves because my hands typically sit on the rudder control here, which turns the boat, which means the palm of my hand or the back of my hand is just sitting there in full sun pretty much all day long. So paddling gloves are very important, and I will endeavor to keep a very close eye on them so I don't lose them again, because it's no fun without them. There's a whole area of like dead cottonwoods in this section. It's interesting. About half of them look like they've fallen over already. There's a big old bird nest in that dead tree. Yeah, I looked it up one time, and I read that eagles never stop adding to their nest until it eventually falls down. And I believe the world record for the largest eagle nest ever found was 12 tons of wood up in a tree, which is just insane. But that's a lot of weight on a dead tree, so that's really interesting. Even that small, even that one. So according to the Merlin bird app, it's a osprey nest. So that's really cool. I could hear one calling from the top, and it just immediately heard it and told me what it was. So very cool. There's some crazy dirt cliffs all the way along this edge of this river valley here. Very, very cool. Here's another shot of these dirt cliffs. One of my favorite things about this trip is just the quiet. Like, I don't hear anything except for birds. Today for me is also Father's Day, so I'd like to wish everyone, including my father, a happy Father's Day. It's really cool. The river just keeps snaking from one side of the valley to the other. So now I'm on the other side of this valley where there's another line of kind of dirt cliffs again. And then soon we'll snake all the way to the other side of this valley, and they'll be on the other side. So I know the Missouri breaks are going to be super pretty. I've seen photos, and I'm very much looking forward to it. But this is still stunning on its own. Really enjoying this. Alright, so it's about lunchtime. I'm just cruising down the river, having a blast. It's a very relaxing, enjoyable day. And it's about lunchtime. So for lunch today, I have a MRE. It's menu 6, beef taco filling. So I'm assuming there's a tortilla and some like taco meat kind of thing. And I have a Powerade. So that's lunch today. I'm going to enjoy that while cruising down the river. Okay, so this is a pretty standard MRE. It has a thing of taco meat filling and another pack of Santa Fe rice and beans. So it has a heater somewhere here that you pour some water in. It heats it up. And it also has some tortillas to put it all together into a taco, along with some like cheese spread. So makes like two tacos. I have to be careful. I managed to drop my tortillas in the water, and I had to make a U-turn and go grab them. They're in a sealed package. It's no big deal. I just need to be more careful in the future. And it has some trail mix to go with it, along with an accessory pack with some gum and toilet paper, little thing of toilet paper, some instant coffee, and some orange like beverage powder, like orange Kool-Aid kind of stuff. So that's lunch today. So I'm gonna very carefully not drop anything else and heat up this lunch and enjoy it. So I'm planning to stop at Wood Bottom Recreation Area today. It's only about 20 miles from Fort Benton, which isn't a whole lot, But Coal Banks, which is another big stopping point through here, it's at 40 miles. So if I just keep doing 20s for the start of this, I think it'll work out good. I've been told by several people to go slow through this section because it's so pretty. And the other reason why I want to stop there is because this campground has pit toilets, and the pit toilets are like concrete, like bunkers basically, concrete walls and a concrete roof. So if the storm, they're calling for severe storms tonight, so if that were to happen, I could go into the vault toilet and be safe. The odds of that happening or me needing to do that are pretty low, but there's no reason to chance it. So that's the plan. So this has been my view most of the day, just kind of sparse dirt cliffs. I've really enjoyed it. So I was told yesterday that this black layer is a layer of shale, and that it's like full of like fossils of fish and stuff, which is really cool. I can't remember the exact term for it that I was told, but very interesting. So we're almost to Wood Bottom Campground, but these cliffs are awesome. Really enjoying floating through this section. Not that I haven't enjoyed the whole thing so far, but it's pretty cool. Looks like the campground's straight ahead, and the clouds are definitely starting to look a little darker. So if there wasn't a chance of severe storms, I would love to keep going. It's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but you know, it's better to do the safer thing, so I'm gonna stop here for the night. And yeah, I'm hoping to get some editing done and just having an enjoyable evening. Coming up on the boat ramp, getting closer. I got the boat landed, and I'm gonna go check out the campground. I do see a pit toilet up here, so we'll see what we got. I got the boat out of the water, and now I gotta move all this stuff over to campsite over there. It's starting to look like it was a good idea to stop. It's got some nasty clouds kind of all around us, so I can't pull up weather right now until I get the Starlink powered on. But I figure I'm just gonna get my tent set up real quick and make sure I'm out of the weather first before I do any of that. All right, there's a storm rolling past there with lightning and thunder. So far it's not raining yet, but that doesn't look like it's going to be the case for long. So I've got the tent up. It's literally, I don't know what I was expecting at this campground, but it's literally just a parking lot with some fire rings on it. So it's no big deal. And I got the tent set up. I was able to get all the tent stakes drove in real well. So the tent's ready for whatever storm comes. And now I'm just kind of filling it up with everything, and then I'll get the electronics out and start editing. Okay, so everything is all ready. It's starting to sprinkle. Big heavy drops. I got the tarp on the kayak, and the tent's all ready for a storm. I'm gonna run to the pit toilet over here real quick and then hop inside and see what happens. Well, it looks like I got things set up just in time, so that's awesome. I'm just gonna ride out whatever this is and go from there. I'm pretty grateful I got here early and got the tent set up. That's for sure. Ted did end up getting here about an hour and a half later, and got set up just before this rain hit for the second time. But I've just been sitting here editing videos. Well, to add to the fun, it started hailing. Not big hail, so no big deal, but interesting. It looks like the sun came out. There's a storm that went over us, and I took a nap. Fell asleep. Okay, the sun came out, and I've got all the solar panels out. The video is edited and about to be uploaded. So Ted is over there, and he ended up showing up right before the second rainstorm hit. He got rained on the first storm, and I helped him get his tent set up, and he hopped in there right as the hail came down for a little bit. So we're sharing camp again, and yeah, it's turned into a beautiful evening after that storm rolled through. So just enjoying the beautiful outdoors here. So for supper, I've got the water heating right there, and it's Farm to Summit mushroom pot pie. Looking forward to this. I'm pretty hungry. So this one needs to sit for 20 minutes, which is really interesting, but I'm looking forward to it. It looks really good. We'll see what it looks like in 20 minutes. The sun's about to set. I had supper. It was good. I got everything cleaned up, and I think I'm about ready for bed. So today's day 14. So I've been out here for 2 weeks, which is just crazy because it feels like no time at all that I've been out here. So I'm thoroughly enjoying this so far. And with that, I think I'm going to say good night, and I'll see you in the next video.